Just a moment who chose the map and who went for first ban. The losing team will be able to choose which they prefer. It's going to be first pick for RoMg.
All right. What do they go with here? I would love to see if they want to try something crazy once again. That's going to be the most fun type of game that we can see against MVP Black is fun stuff.
They're going to ban Tassadar, and Black again going to take Zul away. Zul not as powerful on this map as he is on Shrines, but still very powerful, pushing power, and a little bit freer to do so as this map is, the lanes are a bit further away from each other. And first pick here, because they banned Tassadar, I don't think they're going to grab an Illidan, not this time.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if they...
Oh,
okay, well...
They do.
All right, well, they do like Illidan, and Illidan definitely was a problem for them in that last game. But MVP Black, as you were saying before, with the first pick Illidan, you have a lot longer to counter him.
Really curious to see who they're going to pair with him this time and how Black is going to counter this, because Black is the best drafting team in the world. It's not just their play in the game, but also before the game and what heroes they choose.
I think it's even more that than anything else. They just outdraft everyone. I can't remember the last time I thought they lost a draft.
Yeah. So what will they do here? Thrall is, of course, available, so they're going to take him first. Rich loving his Thrall, and they're going to take ETC. So yeah. They're not taking Uther away or anything like that just yet.
No, certainly not. Let's see where our RoMg. Why are we calling them RoMg again?
That's their name. That's like RoMg stands for RoMg. Like
yeah.
It's the Korean word for Romans, which is why they have like the Roman logo on their logo. Like on their the logo is their icon is like a Roman helmet or whatever. So because they did not deny the Uther pick, RoMg is going to take it here because they know Black will ban it, of course, to stop the synergy with a Divine Shield plus Illidan. And what they take here third, I would love to see a Muradin pick here.
Yeah, the Muradin pick would be quite nice. If they don't pick up Muradin, decent chance MVP Black could go ahead and ban him. Of course, there's also some really great range damage left as well. We have Greymane in there. We have Falstad, of course. Kael'thas has come up hugely in power in the most recent patches.
Yeah, and Black is really liking Falstad.
Yeah.
They used him last game.
Well, I think you have to ban him if you don't pick him there.
And RoMg will take Falstad. This means a Muradin ban comes out instantly for Black.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense there. Probably going to have to pick up a Johanna, but a few other, Stitches has some play coming out of him as well. Johanna is still a pretty good tank.
Now, this is a tough ban here for RoMg. Obviously, a lot of support still on the table. And there's no clear ban. They're going to take Tyrande away because they're afraid of the synergy with ETC and Tyrande, which has been a big problem in the past in Korea. A combo that's very famous. More famous than the Diablo-Tyrande combo of old is actually the ETC combo with Tyrande. They call it Soranda because So is cow, which is the word for ETC basically in Korea. Everyone just calls him cow.
It's kind of funny. All right. So, I mean, obviously they still need their healer. They can leave that as long as they want and just pick up some great damages here. Kael'thas, no big surprise.
Nope, no big surprise there at all. The question is, who are they going to pair with here? Are they going to go double support? Black has been doing a lot of double supports. They could take, the problem is if you want to go double support, the best double supports are Tyrande and Tassadar, so I don't think we're going to see that from them. But it's hard to really predict exactly what they're going to take here. Sonya is still available as something they could use. Thrall is their best solo laner, but...
I don't know if I like the Sonya just because who's going to use her? Okay, Sylvanas. It looks like they are learning from their friends over in China right now. They have been picking this up a little bit in the Chinese league, and I was always wondering, are they trying to deny the Chinese who love Sylvanas, value her so highly, or are they really liking her? And let's not forget, she definitely has been changed quite a bit in the previous patch.
Yeah.
Wailing Arrow is not the only choice anymore.
That's right. Wailing Arrow can be a great choice versus both Illidan and Uther, though, because if you could stop the Divine Shield, Illidan is useless. If you can stop Illidan from casting his abilities temporarily, he can't continue to chase. Even though he can continue to auto, he can't actually dive on top of people. So Tyrael will be chosen here from RoMg.
Love that pick. They are really like map controllers here with Falstad and Tyrael. They can control all sorts of different areas on this map and decide when and where to fight, which is oftentimes exactly what you have to do with the Tyrael.
That's right. And the last pick still available here for them could be, I'm kind of feeling like Johanna, but when I look at the lineup of Black, like what is she really blinding? They're going to take Li Ming. They're going to go for a damage. So solo tank Tyrael here. As basically a secondary support.
Yeah. This is going to be a composition with which, when they fight, it's a very fast fight. Like, when Tyrael is your solo tank, you get in, you kill stuff, you get out, or the fight's over.
Yeah. Well, you can dive with Illidan and Tyrael together, almost like a bruiser comp. And then from the back, 2 mages are going to be blowing damage out like crazy. Kharazim will be the support choice here for Black. No crazy surprise here. The only other choice really available in Korean meta would be Malfurion. If it was Jaehyun in there, that's probably what we'd see, but it's not, so.
Yeah, Malfurion could be a little bit of a tough pickup here as well. The mobility of Kharazim going to be really nice. And let's not forget, Divine Palm, there is no one better at it than Mary Day.
That is absolutely true. So, Black's draft very strong here, and we'll see.
Look, I actually really do like the draft of RoMg as well. I think that this is a really super strong draft. They have so much control. They have a ton of damage. They have the global presence of Falstad. I don't know, man. Let's see.
Let's see, Artosis. All 10 players in the lobby here. RoMg looking to be the first team in months to take a game off of MVP Black on a 38-game winning streak currently.
So
25 matches in a row. 25 pro matches. All right, guys, the game is loaded. Let's go into game number 2. MVP Black versus RoMg on Sky Temple. MVP Black, blue side, Sake on Kael'thas, Kyocha on Sylvanas. Mary Day is playing Kharazim, Rich on Thrall, his best hero, and Sign on ETC.
Excellent. Good moves on Mary Day as well. All right, over on the right-hand side in the red, it's RoMg with Swan on Illidan, Good on Tyrael, MDK on Uther, E-Prime on Falstad, and Frankel on Li Ming.
I feel like the weakness of RoMg's comp is the elephant in the room, right? It's simply the fact that they have one warrior, and he's not the tankiest either. It's Tyrael, and obviously he's very mobile, but he's not going to be able to do a ton of tanking. And if he gets killed first, Rich is going to have a field day on the rest of the team.
You are certainly right about that. Now, we do see Swan actually getting out of here, taking a lot of damage at first, but they've got to be careful about some of these engagements. Like MVP Black, I can't think of a team that's better at long engagements. Like, they really know how to pull it together. And, like, for instance, they are one of the teams that we saw be very successful with 2 and 3 tank comps quite often, because they can just stay in the battle and continue to deal their damage correctly. And, you know, that's going to be something scary. But as RoMg gets higher and higher levels with things like Mighty Gust and all the different little shenanigans you can pull off with the Tyrael, whether it's Sanctification or Sacred Ground, they might be able to get something done.
Yeah, I think RoMg was really highly valuing Falstad's fly-in there for the vision. That's why they were confident to fight. But if you ask anybody from any MOBA, like, what dominates level 1 fights, it's always CC. Stuns, lockdowns, you know, things like that. And there wasn't a whole lot of that going on. Of course, they do have Uther for the stun, but versus MVP Black, they have Roots. They have the knockback on Sign's ETC. They're going to try to grab Mary Day here, but he's just simply going to be able to queue away. It's like not even scared. He's just going to walk back.
Rich already came over so that he could actually dash out of there anyways. It's pretty hard to kill a Kharazim. You have to have quite a bit of damage or a stun lock.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that is missing from their team is, they have a lot of burst crazy damage with Illidan, and he can dive. I think they're going to be looking for fights after 10, but before that it's going to be very difficult.
Definitely do have to agree with you on that. Like, maybe if Falstad can fly in to make some odds more favored for them, that would be good, but definitely do agree. They are waiting for some higher levels where their heroes are going to scale pretty well.
Like, notice how much Sign just dominates this position because he can have that extra knockback. And you see Sake just waits before he even wants to use his Living Bomb. He's like, no, they're not in range. I'm not even going to take one step too close over there. And because I have Sign with me, I'm going to be fine. Both teams will trade these shrines pretty evenly. But already, as you can see, the push here for Sake in the mid, pushing all the way down to the fort.
Yeah. They're just barely ahead in experience, though, so definitely something to keep in mind that this game is quite close.
No rotation down from the mid lane here to stop this steal, so a free Knight camp here, or rather Siege Giants camp. Swan is going to go ahead and counterwise take the Bruisers solo, which is a smart counterplay to this.
Yeah, moves like this are very nice with Illidan, and especially on this map, you want to be able to time that out with that second shrine, especially when you have someone like Falstad that can help to give the little bit of extra experience, a little bit extra push, but in the meantime, MVP Black doing a great job realizing that there are heroes out of position, and they take down some extra towers.
And this is the strength of Sylvanas. When you have a big counter push like this, it can't just be, you can't just soak it and eat it with Falstad. Yeah, he does got good range damage, but when you have Sylvanas, just stops the towers from firing. They're going to now take the second camp of Giants, and they're continuing to just control these lanes, and all the lanes are pushed, which means they have vision control, which means it's tougher for RoMg to engage.
You know, there's a lot of heroes that are very good at solo pushing. Zagara, Zool, I mean, you name it, a lot of the specialists and stuff, but Sylvanas is so good with the team. If you have other heroes there, her lockdown, you can, I mean, you could get a keep.
Now, this is a small victory here for RoMg. They do grab First Blood. They're going to actually grab Sake. Bit of an overextension here. This highlights, again, when you see a move like this actually occur, it shows that, like, MVP Black is a team of mortals. Like, they do make mistakes. And that was a nice grab there for RoMg. Good punish.
I like how you say a team of mortals. Do you mean like immortals, or
I mean
like people who can be killed?
I mean people that could be killed.
Okay, it's just we don't know what their lifespan is yet at 38 wins.
We're gonna see full missiles again, by the way, from Frankel.
Okay.
He's really liking that. I do think it suits their dive front line with Illidan and Tyrael.
Yeah. Frankel, unless he gets out of position, shouldn't really be the one getting targeted quite as much. I mean, they would love to kill her, but
not going to happen.
Yeah.
In most cases. Okay, Sign going for an aggressive power slide here. There's the gravity lapse onto Good. He is going to drop down his shields. But look at how much damage Coach is even able to do to Illidan before the fight starts, and RoMg going to have to back off. The Shrine continue to be controlled here for MVP Black.
And you know what? They actually have right now their Bruiser camp up in the top lane pushing, so this is even worse for RoMg, but looks like they are taking a fight, some damage being put onto Sign.
Swan can't continue the fight, though. He has to back off. Sign's just going to go ahead and tap back home. And even though they force the Shrine to be left alone for Black for just a moment here, they're going to send Meriday back down. He has so much sustain, of course, just with his trait. Every time he autos, every 3 times, he's going to get health back while he kills the big boss minion down there. They're going to get a fort while they have the Shrine, and smartly RoMg knows they're never going to be able to control this to set back into lanes.
Yeah, they split out of there the second that they realized that it was completely hopeless, and already it looks like they're going to be about a level down, and that level's going to be at 10, so that's really brutal as those heroic abilities come online for MVP Black.
We are going to see Wailing Arrow, which I think is the smarter choice than the mind control here. Palm, of course, Sundering. ETC hides his for a little bit. We did see a little bit of stage dive action in China, but I don't suspect we'll be seeing that here.
There is some possibility because it would give him a global presence, so it's something to keep in mind here. I don't know if that'll be the case, though. I don't see a lot of stuns on the other side. I guess I see a gust, and probably we're going to, you know, of course, see Li Ming go ahead and take that force. So
I guess it's possible that he waits in. Sometimes we see Korean teams do this, and teams all over the world do this. There's a famous player in Europe, I can't think of his name right now, who does this, where you just wait until the fight, and if it's like perfect to actually grab stage dive at that exact moment, they'll take it.
Yeah.
And it's like that winning that fight might actually give them such a lead that it's worth not having Mosh Pit for the rest of the game. Very greedy move here by RoMg, trying to steal these Giants, and they may pay for it.
It does take Wave of Force here as well, so that's like a great interrupt there to Sign's Dance if he takes Dance. I want to see him actually go ahead and take, you know, Stage Dive. I mean, that's a fun ability.
Yeah, I think
after they use it in China, I got to tell you, I was using it this morning, Wolf.
Yeah, you were telling me you like that level 20. It's
oh man, it's so much fun. Those quick resets. Oh, I feel like a real rock star.
This is
like the Nickelback song. You know what I mean?
This boss here, I think they have to take Mosh Pit if they're going to do this, though, because they're going to need it to disengage if things get awry here. Rich is actually taking quite a bit of damage, but those RoMg's just not confident to even try this.
Yeah. Oh, and he actually does jump in here.
Oh, the Sanctification steal attempt, but in goes Sign to the front.
Oh, Sign is going to be blown up. Meriday actually. Well, that was not a great palm right there, and in fact, it looks like he should be able to be taken down. What a great boss steal here by RoMg.
RoMg is ahead in this game now. You know, they're not ahead in EXP, but they will be after this boss. They grabbed some kills. And Sanctification there basically showing how powerful Tyrael can be on the boss front on any map.
Yeah. Plus that Gust, just absolutely fantastic play. And look, that's even going to get worse at level 16 for Tyrael. So something to keep in mind. And now they're getting this middle shrine.
And we very rarely see Sunderings miss there or whiffed by Rich. But that was, you know, I guess one of his weaker moments, right? Like that Sundering was not a game changer because of the Sank.
Yeah, and you know what else? He actually got stunned by the boss, too, when he was cleaning up when no one else was even there. So maybe Rich just a little bit off. You know, let's not forget they just flew back from China. They've been over there for a while, participating in GHL. They might not be feeling like 100% the best. Being in a foreign country, living in hotels and stuff, it takes a toll.
Absolutely. Gotta agree with you there. Really looking forward to seeing the plays that RoMg can make with Holy Ground as well if they're going to use Tyrael in this dive comp, because it also not only can you dive in and Sank to keep Illidan alive, but you can also displace whoever you're trying to dive onto to make Illidan get that solo kill. Rich here, way overextending. What's he trying to do here alone? He will be able to escape, but I mean, a very risky move. Yeah. Almost like it looked like a bait. Look, his Metamorphosis coming in. I don't think he's getting out.
No, in fact, he's not. He even throws down his Sunder there, which he's not going to have up for an additional 40 or 50 seconds after he respawns. So the Sunder absolutely not saving him. They get that fort. Man, Rich.
That was way too greedy. Can't explain that one. Gotta say. You know, I thought he might be able to escape just because I trusted him. Like, I'm like, Rich knows more than I ever could, so you should be able to get out there. But no, he does not. Also, you know, it's just such a wasteful move with the Sundering. Like, that was never going to save him.
Maybe it was like, I don't know. Sometimes you automatically do things like that, or maybe he was trying to make sure that Sign got out or something. I'm not so sure. But anyways, yeah, I guess we'll just see if he can kind of pull it together. It's not like they're really far behind or something.
Well, it's 5 kills to 0, close. But yeah, like you said, like the EXP is ahead. Just, we're getting so hyped because when you see MVP Black down in EXP versus a team and 0-5, you're like, what, is that really Black? Yeah. Like, is the label at the top left of the screen wrong? Like, who are we seeing here?
Yeah.
All right, well, Relentless is up for Karazim now, so he can actually do a lot more healing in these fights. The pickoffs we're seeing for RoMg, though, are usually just because they're solo kills, because people are making mistakes, like Sake's first death in the beginning of the game, this overextension by Rich. Team fight comping, though, really going to be about how our RoMg can engage with that Sanctification.
Well, right now we do have a little bit of a scuffle down in the middle of the map. Looks like Sign and Sake will be able to back off. Good thing, too, that was a 3 versus 5 for a moment. Rich down at the bottom, and everyone's rotating down.
Looks like Rich wants to set up a good Sundering here, potentially. Like, he's looking for an opportunity. He doesn't have to force it, but he's looking for it. If they come up right now, he splits a team in half, and they get destroyed.
Yeah.
And it looks like RoMg just going to totally walk away, even taking the safest route possible because they don't have vision. They're going to go all the way home. A lot of teams can learn from this. Always go all the way back home if you're not sure.
Like this, yeah, that's actually a really good point that you bring up there, Wolf, especially when you have just the ridiculous heroics that we see here, like Sundering. That is something, especially on Rich, which will wreck you if you go through the wrong part of the map. Now, something I do want to mention as well, 16 is right around the corner. And Tyrael on 16 with that Sacred Ground definitely is a game changer on these tight little areas.
So much extra damage for Sylvanas, of course, with their vulnerability talent and the double Chain Lightning coming out from Thrall. So both teams want to grab that as soon as possible. RoMg currently leading in that way, but Kyoja going to go grab some more EXP. Looks like they're going to hit it about the exact same time. And it's very close here.
All right, and we do, in fact, have that Sacred Ground, definitely the one I was looking for. And we'll see if he can get some good use out of it. And actually does try to trap Rich here.
Taking a lot of damage, and in comes Illidan, though, with the Divine Shield on top of him, but there's no fault. Now he gets in, and there's the stun. Rich having to retreat here. There's another Holy Ground, and there's the Sank as well. Rich with the palm survives.
Huge palm coming out of Merryday right there. We do have a Gust coming up to save Swan. Swan does try to run away, but the Sunder hits him, and he gets blown up.
Oh, and good. Maybe the next target. He has to go ahead and Eldruin's away a second time. And RoMg staying on top of that altar for quite a long time, taking a little bit of extra damage there. But the only death here, the only casualty, will be Illidan. But MVP Black will take this shrine. In the second one, they can go ahead and send Rich up there. Already, he's on the way. So much extra structural damage will be taken just from this one kill.
And that all came down to Merryday having a perfect palm. If that palm didn't go off, Leeming gets the resets, everything goes to hell. The Sunder is actually what killed Illidan. So literally, that was Mary Day winning that fight.
Absolutely. And we saw it was like one of the best palms the world has ever seen. Now, look at what's happening right now on the minimap. RoMg wanted to boss there because they knew they were going to take the shrine. And people like faked that they were going to deny. They also had Rich just kind of step off the shrine for a little bit. So they had to actually step off the boss. But in reality, they could have contested. Now they get neither the boss nor the shrine. Sign being an MVP here, actually blocking that, you know, forcing them to go, oh man, I think they're rotating down. But they weren't. It was just a kind of a big fake out.
A team of MVPs.
Yes.
Literally.
That's right.
Literally called Team MVP.
Man, now that Sky's gone, I guess they're the only ones.
Yeah. All right, well, right now they do see them trying to steal this Bruiser camp. Not sure that they can do too much, but you know what? With that Sacred Ground, anything is possible. We do have Swan jumping in the middle of things. Sanctification does come out. A missed Sunder right there.
Yeah, not the best Sundering ever. And look at this Metamorphosis. Swan is going in. He wants to kill Kyocha, but it's going too deep, and there's not enough support for him. That Gust, such a great move here. And also a big slow coming down. Frankel wants the resets. They're going to go for the chase, actually. Sign is in trouble.
Oh, Sign taking a lot of damage. They even used Shrink Ray on him to try to slow him down here, but unfortunately, Swan does get blown up.
That gravity lap's so important, and we even see the runaway there with the fly. Maryday's on the chase, but he doesn't have anybody with him. And another big win here for MV Black, despite the fact that it's a 1-1 trade. They now have the potential to rotate down because of the lane push that's with this.
You know what, Wolf, like watching this, I gotta say, I think this season's gonna be so much better than last season because this is one of those kind of amateur teams. It's one we don't expect a whole lot of, but they're putting up a pretty darn good fight considering MVP Black is by far the best team in the world.
Hey, I want to say something else on that point that this further highlights is that, surprise, surprise, Korea is the best region. One of the best amateur teams is able to basically, you know, make the best team in the world that's on a 38-game winning streak look killable, look beatable.
Yeah, I mean, if several of these battles were like on a knife's edge where, for instance, especially that one where Mary Day hit the palm, I can't get over that palm because it just ruined RoMg's chances here.
Yeah.
But they gave themselves that chance where Mary Day is a millisecond late and bam, you might win the game.
Well, with a 4-giant push here plus Sylvanas, this keep will certainly go down. And RoMg is on a clock here. They either need to just let this go and try to go for a side engage or really hard engage at the front, and they're kind of doing neither. Like, Swan is looking for an opportunity, but Sign is in perfect position to block him.
Oh, man.
And now they lose the keep. They have to deal with these giants, and the rotation back to the shrine is still safe for Black, who is now nearing level 20.
Now they are splitting up a little bit. Sylvanas is in the mid lane, so this could be a moment where RoMg can get something done.
Yeah, this is very risky, in fact. Sign looking to spot this, though, this move out here, and kind of set up an amazing mosh as well.
Chinese bush meta, if I've ever seen it right there. That was a very clever bush for Sign to be sitting in. Now he will be zoning out for the rest of his team. Right now we do have Rich on to the shrine getting those hits. Swan jumps in on him.
Yeah, Sign in perfect position here, making it so difficult for them to engage. Swan is going to go in for the fight, but I think that was way too early, and Rich just laughs at him and drops Chain Lightnings to heal himself. And the shrine's still controlled. Every second here is bad for RoMg.
All right, right now Kyocha taking some additional damage. We do have Divine Shield having it pop out onto Swan because he did get silenced there. And here we go. He does use Metamorphosis. Sanct as well, trying to keep him alive.
Oh.
But a great Sunder from Rich.
That Sundering will secure the second kill here. Rich wants more, though. He's trying to mount up and chase. They do some lifesteal. And MTK's going to come down. Such a risky move here, and he will be the next to fall. And Frankel does survive, but I mean, for how much longer? Does Mary Day have another dash? Does not look like it, but he's about to. Frankel!
Oh, well, that was a very nice teleport there by Frankel.
He may still get him, though. Oh, the dismount.
Good
Another
tries,
teleport.
but look at this. 3 of them down. False and Li Ming are their range damage, so we'll see if they can stop it. I don't think so, though, Wolf.
No, they have Gust, which will only delay the inevitable here. Look at that. There's the Gust.
Oh, and the missed orb there by Frankel. Absolutely just so painful, and this should be enough damage. The core gonna be going down, and MVP Black brings it to 30.